Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Come on. Why does this not work? Come on, stream. I just want to finish this video. Why does this not work? Come on, stream. I just want to finish this video. We can't even see anything right now. Why does this not work? Come on, stream. Play catcher. Can't even see anything. There. Okay. Alrighty. Let's look at this. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so let's get started this. So let's the main points of this fight. Do not be stupid. Do not die. And watch this video till the end if you do not know what to do. Okay? This might be a bit too late since we're fairly close to killing the boss, but it's here. Okay. It's a bit messy, so sue me. So basically, you all know how the boss starts off. We move the boss to the south location on the yellow marker in the start of phase 2. I'm not gonna explain phase 1 because that should be easy. It's here phase 2. It does the black harvest. People are spread out around this general. This general area. In this general area, there'll be range on this side. The range on this side, there'll be melee around here. Then it does the black harvest. It does the storm. Before that, Forseek moves the boss down to roughly here. Then everyone starts fucking legging it throughout from Guldan all the way up to north. Guldan does the big fucking storm. Let's see if I can illustrate this. Bang, fucking big storm, you know. Fills the entire platform. He teleports on Forseek. He stands here now. Rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. He stands here now. This is fairly sure one will kill I2. After 10 or so seconds after I2 is dead, he will be dragged north again, because then the where are they? I fucking prepared this. Come on, please don't say I've want to. Where did I hide this? Nice. Maybe I deleted it. Fuck. Well, in case I did. Oh my god, I even prepared fucking wind for this. Oh, they're right here. Okay, look, there they are. Okay, then there's the winds. The boss we get all dragged. The boss will teleport from here back to here. Then after 15 seconds of it being here, the second black harvest will come out. There's a lot of healing to be done there. And then after that black harvest is done, like 5 seconds after, Forseek will take a cleave and he'll move it to south. This is where the second storm happens. We'll take that storm and then we'll run all the way north. And the boss will teleport after Forseek to here. The problem being here is that the third cant eye will spawn down here. We don't want that. We run down, kill that, run back. He does the fourth eye. When he does the fourth eye, he'll do winds after we kill the fourth eye. We go back. Forseek will place the boss somewhere around here. We stack on the blue marker for the third harvest. When we stack for the third harvest, we keep the boss somewhere around here, push it, and when it's been pushed, it's dead. Guldan is fucking dead, okay? Then comes in Number dos. Number dos is Mr. Illidan, demon within, whatever. I don't care about lore. He'll be tanked on the purple marker. Special thing about this boss is that he will do some shit. Most of the shit is parasites, and the other thing is some big demon ads. If you do not have the parasites and you are melee, you'll be standing on that yellow, orange, on that white marker. If you have parasites and you are a range or a healer or whatever you identify as, you go to the orange marker. This is very beautifully indicated, but that is his left leg. The entire purpose of this is we want to be stood right on top of each other, so the parasites spawn on each other. Those parasites do a circle around them. Only people inside that circle can kill them. If those parasites don't die fast, we will wipe. So it's very important that we deal with them fast. We know this though, and it shouldn't be very necessary to explain. After this, the night elves will spawn. For most of you people, it doesn't really matter. Night elf 1 spawns there, night elf 2 spawns there, night elf 3 spawns there. Okay. See these markers. Let's just keep them. The first night orb will be done by the mage, Sterling or Icy, and they will be doing the night orb while stood somewhere around here. It doesn't really matter where they stand, and killing this night orb. And Drulu might be helping them. Most of the time, will be in Drulu at least. Kill this one at the perfect timer. The boss is gonna spawn 2 of those Asenath, of fragments of Asenath beforehand. The death locations we want on those are shown as followed. This also shows for the remaining ads, but we want 1 dead somewhere in the general vicinity of this area. It all depends on how quick you people are on killing the ads. So there's 2 ads that spawn before the first night orb circle. So you want to be placing the first ad down here at the 3rd night orb spawn location, and the second one just before we push at the first night orb location. And the timer works out that if you kill the ad like at an okay speed, Sharp will run out to the side, get jumped on, and then we'll have to push the boss into the next phase. When we've pushed the boss into the next phase, I'll have to see if I can do this fucking live. See, flip horizontally. Yeah, boy, we did it. He'll be fucking facing west. Before we stand in the night orb, or in the bubble night orb, the second night orb will spawn. It's very important that Forseed does not AoE it, the tank, and it's very important that Sterling gets aggro on it, or the mage stays on the north side of the night orb, so the pulse damage you take from having aggro from that night orb doesn't hit the raid. And it's very important that the mage also gets the aggro of that night orb. When we get out of the bubble, all the range will finish off that night orb. That night orb needs to die ASAP. Then we'll deal with some more parasites. The parasite location is flipped because it's mirrored. Still on left leg. If you're on right leg, you don't have parasite. Left leg, you do have parasites. I think it's 10 seconds after we get into this, the 3rd ad will spawn. One of these skulls should hopefully be the first soul fragment of Asenath, and then the 2 other one needs to be positioned according to this. The 4th ad will die, or should die, 5 or 10 seconds before we push, or we need to kill the night orb. The 3rd night orb spawns 35 seconds before he goes into vision of the Illidari, or whatever it's called. And it's very important that the night orb is close to dying before that pushes, and it can be pushed very quickly once he disappears, because all ranged DPS can focus on that. We'll be running into the essences here. We will have to pop like Spirit Link, Shout, a Darkness if you can put a Darkness. If we survive this part, the boss is practically dead. After this, we'll kill the orb, stand in these 3, they do a fuck ton of damage. We will get back on the boss, and we will face him north. This doesn't really matter where he's faced, but it's a bit easy, like, it's a bit easier to have 4 Siege stood on the north side and everyone else on the south side. There will still be parasites during this last phase, or last part of phase 3, and it's very important that those still get dealt with. During this thing, there will still spawn soul fragments. The positioning of these soul fragments, I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure from what I recall from watching videos, the 5th one spawns around there, 6th one spawns around there, and then 7th, but we shouldn't get there around there. These will have like a rotation in terms of CC. If we have Reven in, she should probably banish the first one, and then the second and third one could be like controlled by demon hunters. If it gets hit, it will break, so that's very important that Sharp is like pendling between these two, and making sure he picks up any ads that get broken out of the CC and drags them to the edge of the room, and doesn't hit them or put dots on them. It's very important that we call out CC and are very like calm and like shut the fuck up and during that phase. We're gonna assign like CC rotations. Mostly it's gonna be demon hunters doing it, since they're practically the only one we have that can do it. We don't have a red paladin, and warlocks are like the other ones. I'm not sure who else. Oh, monks can in-cap as well. But those are the CCs we have, and those are the ones we're gonna need. And otherwise, the boss is gonna take 150% more damage after he comes out of the night orb, and we're gonna have lost. The timer of lost is 8 seconds before we go into night orb, so it's definitely gonna fit. And then it's just about burning like 1.5 million health off the boss, and it shouldn't like the main thing is gonna be us being able to do enough damage on those ads. For example, like a video example is here of how the essences. You can see the night orb is placed there. You can see there's an essence there, and there. Like that's the kind of stack we want. Like because people can stand in 2, 3 is a bit dangerous, but we can also pre-fill them a bit so we don't have to fill 100%. Like if a healer is safe, he can go in and start like giving one of them up to like 30 or 40%, never above 50. That's just gonna cause bad news bears. Another one is this one. You can see as well, they're also stacking 2 of them like halfway into the night orb, just so people can stand like there with a spirit link, shout, and like trank or whatever. Healers are gonna internally find out what the cooldown looks like for that. Stand in there, fill it up, range finish of the night orb. Basically, as long as this field is around it, you can't hit it standing in this field. That's also why we might wipe once to lagging DPS on the 3rd night orb. We have 35 seconds to do 180 or 190 million, depending on our range setup. It should be doable for them in time, but if it isn't, then the warriors are gonna have to jump from this is gonna be like a bit wonky, but counterclockwise. When the boss stands here, the warriors are gonna have to jump from here down to this 3rd night orb when it's about to spawn, and hit it for the first 6 seconds or something, because the field won't be around it, just to get it low, and then range will just nuke it. And then the hardest part about this phase, and we haven't even done it probably yet, is getting these 3 essences close to each other and making sure we survive when we tag all of them to full health and get into the night orb in proper time. You experience it like there's a lot of parasites. There's a set of parasites that gets sent out just before we go into the essence. Like the timer is always going to be like that. So when people come out of the bubble, I think they have 4 or 5 seconds to get to a stack point, and they should be able to make it from there to the boss and be stacked. If they can't, like we're gonna have to take it on the go and make sure people have stuns ready for like that scenario. But like otherwise, the parasites and the ads should all like add up if we have proper damage on the on the on the big ads, because you can see here from our best pull, this is like obviously all kind of things you could have had and you could have been dead, but this is the damage we had overall on the ad, like with Nula being considerably lower than a lot of other people. This is the most important thing about this phase. Like obviously for melee, it's very important that they do a lot of damage to these parasites, and it's very nice to see majority of all melee. Like this is a bit low. This is a bit low also, but we have to have everyone at the same level. But the parasites were done pretty fast. Some people were dead. Some people might have been stunned by them. So it's hard to say that this is like an ultimate. look at how it looks. But the very important thing is this ad. This ad needs to be fucking burned down every time. It has to be placed perfectly, and it has to be killed ASAP so Sharp can focus on getting to the edge with the limited movement he has. If we look on an ad like the first one, we can see here 15, 13, 12 million in the top 3. If we look on an ad, if we look at the second ad, it's 15, 11, 11, and we go all the way down to obviously Stolas doing the night op. We have the rogues, they have a hard time swapping, but we need all these people to focus down this ad. This ad has to die really fucking fast. Then when we look at ad number 3, we see the rogues being far on top with a lot of people not being very high on it. That also can't be the case. Obviously that's a good job from rogues, but and then the fourth one, you can see here, that's practically only Sculpted that was hitting at Luke obviously as well, but the thing is, this ad has to be carried by the melee, and it's going to be very important that like the melee are on top of it for that. You can see for this that this video, this is getting a bit long, but I want to make sure people know this fucking shit. You can see here the third night op spawned there. You can see here 909. You see the third night op is spawning now, and now it can be hit by melee. It's casting Distortion Aura. When Distortion Aura is done, you can't hit it anymore. You can see now its field is there and melee in there is silenced. The ad spawns right after that. Everyone goes on that ad. Actually, oh, it's fucking hard. This video is, these guys is shit. Okay, so let's see how the timer set up here. Okay, so we get parasites in 5 seconds. So we're gonna get parasites sent out just as this aura finishes. Okay, so you see parasites are applied as soon as that thing. It's always gonna be like this. 2 people are gonna get the parasites as soon as that orb is finished that cast. Okay. Then the ad spawns. This guy doesn't have any fucking timers. I guess this ad actually spawns a lot earlier. Let's see. They have time stop. They go into the phase. Parasitic wounds ends. Okay, the ad already spawns here. You can see here that there's the ad. It literally spawns right after, and that's gonna be the third ad. So the third ad is getting gripped in by this. This is like not how necessarily we're gonna do it, but this is just to like learn the timers. So they have the third ad. Get spell stealing quick, that's what we have to do as well. There's the parasites. The parasites take priority from the melee. Having the range in there as well is very dangerous. Like you can see here, because the ad is alive, everyone that has a parasite are gonna get hit by that green circle, and a green circle does a fuck ton of damage. If you look at their raid frames here, if you look like how much damage these people took, like look that deep fell guy for example, he was 70 or 80%. Circle 50%, and at this point, like this guy's mana is obviously not low, but our mana is very low at this point because of our raid setup. So we like there, it's about popping defensives for things like that. Then they still have that third ad up. It dies then. The parasites get okay. So the third ad dies before the night of spawns. That's the time we aim for as well. There's obviously, like you saw, the parasites and the ad at the same time. Parasites takes priority from melee, but the ad takes priority from range. Obviously, the second night up might also be up for us there, so range takes night up too. If the ad is not up, when the ad is up, they take the ad, and melee take parasites, and the parasite is not up, they go on that. So that second ad has to die somewhere around the time the third night up spawns. If the timers line up properly, they can kill the parasites, move out with that, kill the ad at that position, hit the night up for a bit, go back to the boss. The fourth ad. That's gonna be the fourth ad. The fourth ad is up, and the parasitic wound spawns in 2 seconds. So that means that the melee was doing parasites, ran out, killed ad, hit night up, run back, do parasites. You can see these are the parasites they're doing. They kill these parasites. They have to die fast. They're dying fast. You can see the ad is up there. all the melee swap to that ad. It gets dragged out to the night orb. Should be dragged. They drag it next to the 2 night orbs. You can see the melee there. Like you can see all those melees up there. They're all out killing that. Okay, they killed the night orb. There's 3 essences up. You can see here, they have 2 seconds to vision of the Dark Titan. When that's cast, all those have to be filled, and that night orb has to be dead. So you can see how fucking close the timers are here. Like, I'm gonna just quick recap. Like, we get out of the phase, we kill the 3rd ad, we spawn the night orb, we melee hit them. Like you can see that some of these melee are already in, so if we're fast enough on the ad, they can get in and back out. So it should only be warriors hitting this. We get the night orb as low as we can. We deal with the 4th ad, then hit the 4th ad. Then the parasites needs to die. Back on the 4th ad, follow it out, kill the essence next to the 2 other ones, and then like practically after, like you see here, they have 12 seconds with that at 40%. Like we're probably gonna see the same kill time. The melee is gonna fall out. They have 6 seconds. The ad dies, and then they have 3 seconds to fill them up. And you can see these 2 are already pre-filled a bit. When they jump in, this one is practically already filled. This is gonna be the one they work on. And like, look how much damage is going out now. Like, and that's with filling 2 orbs. Okay, I maybe over-exaggerated the damage a bit, but popping cooldowns here is the ideal. Like, this push is gonna be by far the hardest, and this is what we're gonna have to work on, and this is what we're gonna pull. Like, we're gonna wipe to 100%. When we could get through this night orb or this bubble, you can see, like you saw there on the left side of the video, there the 4th night orb, Sturlet or the mage has to pull aggro from it, and it's gonna die automatically. You can see the 5th ad is already spawned there. That has to be CC'd, so it spawns on like the west side of the platform over here. At this point, you see the parasites are. You just nuke the boss. They're facing it east. It literally doesn't matter which way we face it. It might be easier to east actually. I don't really care. And then it's just nuke boss. Like you can see, they don't have bloodlust debuff. I guess they just got bloodlust up. This is just nuke. Parasitic wounds, kill. Still soul sever. The rogues deals with that and the healers. Otherwise, oh, fucking clicker. Ugh. You just fucking do damage and CC that. Like, if we get through that essence thing with like more than 18 people alive, it's dead. But getting through that essence thing is gonna be difficult. So that's what we're gonna have to work on. This took a bit longer than I expected. Fucking 22 minutes. But this, like, if you don't know what to do, you should practically know it as a DPS after this, okay? So, yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, thanks for being required to watch this. Peace out, Gold Scout.